Good morning, Lynn Thayer here. And today I'm talking about self-worth and where your self-worth might come from. Also, how to increase your self-worth. So I've been pondering on where self-worth comes from and actually how do we get it. So originally we develop our self-worth as a child, either from the messages we receive from our parents, such as, you're important to us, you matter to us, we have confidence in you. We have a belief in you. You are capable of doing anything you want. Sometimes it can be just a look of admiration, a smile, maybe just a gentle touch or some affection and special attention to your needs for help. And all of this fosters security and a positive sense of attachment. But on the other hand, if you're faced with regular criticism as a child, like why can't you be like your brother or your sister, or what's wrong with you, perhaps maybe a label of some kind of disorder, broken promises, a look of disgust or disappointment might create a lack of security about your own acceptability, desirability, and therefore your worth as a person. So similarly, as adults, we also get our self-worth from the relationships that we have. However, this time, it's not so much what we get from others, but more so what we give to ourselves. So as adults, what matters the most is actually what we tell ourselves and what we believe to be true about ourselves. Because everything we tell ourselves and say goes directly into our unconscious mind as well. So the degree to which we're able to receive any positive, loving messages from others as adults is based on our ability to receive these also from ourselves. So if you're someone who sometimes wonders maybe why your spouse married you or why they love you, no amount of telling you why they love you will actually reassure you as much as that needing to come from your own self, your self-worth. So you need to believe that you are worthy of his or her love. But how do you do this? So we can start by not harming each other in words or actions, actually being loyal, refraining from gossip, from judging or stealing or telling lies, having pure, positive, and kind thoughts, being forgiving, and of course, being respectful. It is said that actions speak louder than words. However, intentions speak louder than actions. So if we perform a good deed or a compassionate act, yet our mind is filled with maybe envy, criticism, resentment, or jealousy, or if we're doing things conditionally so that others maybe think that we're great, maybe they'll approve of us, then the action has very little value. These actions actually will ultimately leave us feeling depleted rather than rejuvenated, because it's the intention behind the action that impacts us and impacts other people. So we may be able to fool others, but we actually can't fool our conscience and our unconscious mind. It will give us that gut feeling, that knowing that there's an incongruency in our messaging. And therefore, the intentions must be pure, unconditional, and selfless without expectation. So let's face it. The world is a messy place, and people feel terrible about themselves way too much of the time because we are innately born to be good and do good. In a recent documentary entitled Babies Born to Be Good, David Suzuki shows how children as early as just 9 months old seem to be able to make moral choices that were never thought possible. So here are just 2 suggestions that can help us reclaim our self-worth as adults. First, we need to take an honest look at our intentions and behave in a way that's in line with our conscience, right? With our consciousness and with our unconscious mind, so that we might feel good about ourselves. Secondly, we need to cultivate some kind of meditation practice, perhaps, because in this stillness, in this silence, we get to experience peace and calmness. So peace is the first sign that we're actually in contact with our soul. We also need to work with our unconscious mind where everything is stored, and working with the unconscious mind in order to release negative emotions from the past and limiting beliefs about ourselves so that we are able to increase our self-confidence and our self-worth. So I invite you to make a list of your limiting beliefs about yourself, and then write out beside it, what do you want to believe instead? Focus only on what you want for yourself. And there's a technique, timeline therapy, to help you release negative emotions and limiting beliefs at the unconscious level. So, hoping everyone has a great week. I'm Lynn Thayer, and I look forward to hearing from you. And I'd love for you to be able to boost your confidence and live life with great self-worth and self-esteem. Bye for now.